Hello everyone, my name is Dalton Chang, and today I'll be presenting the role and persistence of shamanism in Korean culture. Korean shamanism is one of the earliest belief systems on the Korean peninsula, and despite thousands of years of political, religious, and social change, it remains deeply woven into the Korean cultural identity. In this presentation, I'll explain what Korean shamanism is, how shamans operate, and what the spirit world looks like, and why this tradition continues to survive even in a modern society. What is shamanism? Korean shamanism is a spiritual system based on the belief that spirits influence human life, and that specifically chosen individuals, shamans, can communicate with those spirits. What makes Korean shamanism unique is how ancient it is. Many scholars believe that it predates organized state religions in Korea and later influenced in the development of Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism within Korea. At its core, people turn to shamans when they face problems they can't solve on their own, whether that's illness, misfortune, relationship troubles, or even preparing for big life events. As the Essentials of Korean Culture textbook describes, early Koreans once believed that everyone could communicate with spirits, but over time that ability became limited to a select group of individuals. Structure of the spirit world. In Korean shamanistic cosmology, the universe is divided into three levels: supernatural spirits, shamans, and ordinary people. The spirit world itself contains four main categories: heavenly gods, earthly gods, holy persons, and mischievous or harmful spirits. One interesting point the textbook makes is that over 60% of these spirits originate from nature, like mountains, rivers, stars, animals, or even household objects. This reflects Korea's agricultural roots and the strong connection people had with their environment. Unlike Western ideas of gods as distant moral authorities, Korean spirits are more human-like. They get angry, they need attention, and they respond to sincerity more than perfection, so the goal of shamanic practice is harmony, not strict moral purity. Role of shamans. Shamans act as mediators between humans and the spirit world. The Chinese character shown on the bottom left is for shaman, and it clearly shows, well, not necessarily clearly, but two humans dancing beneath a line representing heaven and a line representing earth. A shaman's role includes communicating with spirits, diagnosing spiritual causes of misfortune, and performing rituals to restore balance. A defining feature of Korean shamanism is spirit possession. While shamans in Siberia or Central Asian traditions often seek spirits externally, Korean shamans typically allow the spirit to enter their bodies. This is known as sinerim, the receiving of the spirit. When this happens during a ritual, the shaman speaks with the voice of the spirit, giving advice or solutions. Types of shamans. There are several types of shamans in Korea, but the two most common are kangsinmu and hereditary shamans. Kangsinmu are spirit-chosen shamans, people who become shamans because a spirit calls them. This calling often comes through physical or emotional illness, which can only stop once they accept the spirit. Hereditary shamans, on the other hand, are born into shamanic families and learn rituals from childhood. Because of their lifelong training, they often become very skilled in music, dance, and ritual performance. There's a famous saying, "A novice shaman can kill people." This highlights how powerful shamanic work is considered to be and why experience matters so much. Here's some illustrations of some shaman. This image on the right shows the traditional appearance of a Korean shaman. Notice the colorful robes, the symbolic flags in the background, and and the things that she is holding. These garments are not decorative. They're used to attract spirits, signal purity, and channel spiritual energy during possession. Clothing and tools differ slightly by region, but drums, bells, and fans are almost universal. Kut rituals. The primary ritual of Korean shamanism is the kut. A kut is a structured ceremony where a shaman invites spirits, communicates a client's wishes, and asks for guidance or healing. Cooks can last several hours or even days, and they combine music, singing, dancing, offering, and moments of trance. There are many types of kut: village kut, which protects or blesses an entire community; personal kut, used for healing, prosperity, good fortune, or ancestor communication; and then shaman kut, like intuition rituals for new shamans. One well-known type is the ancestor kut, performed to resolve lingering mourning or to help restless spirits move on. Another is the fortune kut, performed before major life events like business openings, exams, or weddings. On the top is an example of a kut being performed. I'm not really sure what kind it is necessarily, but there's like offerings already. You can see some fruit in the very right, and you can also see the drums that we were talking about, and also the fruits on the left. The shaman's musical performance is essential because rhythm is believed to guide spirits into space and help the shaman enter a trance. Even today, many recognizable cultural arts such as pungyumul, drumming, and some mass dances can be traced back to shamanic rituals. Shamanism in daily life. Even if many Koreans today do not identify as shamanists or shamanistic customs remain everywhere in daily life. For example, people perform koso ceremonies, small offering rituals to bless a new business, a new building, or even a new car. During the winter solstice, many families eat red bean porridge to chase away evil spirits. That's something that we talked about, I believe, in class. University festivals often include elements of singmyeong, the ecstatic trance-like joy found in shamanic rituals. Even housewarming parties resemble ancient household god rituals known as antikut. These examples show that shamanism isn't confined to temples or rituals. It's built into cultural habits, celebrations, and everyday beliefs. And even up above, you can see it's like a store to see a shaman, or to perform some other things. Why shamanism persists. Korean shamanism persists because it fulfills needs that modern life doesn't always address. First, it provides emotional comfort. Unlike formal religions, shamanism deals directly with personal problems like illness, stress, conflict, and uncertainty. A shaman listens, performs rituals, and offers immediate solutions or reassurance. Secondly, shamanism is deeply tied to cultural identity. Many traditions that Koreans consider cultural rather than religious have shamanic roots. Because of that, even when society becomes more modernized, the practices remain relevant. Finally, shamanism has survived because it adapts. Modern shamans sometimes operate in cities, advertise online, or work with clients dealing with business or academic stress. Rather than disappearing, shamanism has reshaped itself to match the needs of modern Korea. The picture on the top is like something I've typed as modern shamans, and it's a shaman on her phone, and you can see in the background like some things I believe that are used for a kut or something like that in the background. Conclusion. Shamanism is not just an ancient relic, it's a living spiritual and cultural system. It shapes how Koreans understand misfortune, success, harmony, and the connection between humans and the unseen world. Through rituals like kut, everyday customs like kosa, and its presence in festivals and arts, Korean shamanism continues to influence contemporary society. Thank you, guys.